and welcome to another math tutorial. Now, here is an exponential equation, and our task is to find the sum of all the solutions of the given exponential equation. So, the first thing we need to do is to transform the exponential equation into a quadratic equation. Now, we can see from here that this is 8 raised to the power of 2x, so which we can write as 8 exponent x to the power of 2 minus 6 multiplied by 8 raised to the power of x plus 48 equals to 0. Now we can transform the equation into a quadratic equation. But to do that, we need to what? Choose a letter from the alphabet to represent 8 raised to the power of x. So let's say we have let m equals to 8 raised to the power of x, so that the equation will be m squared minus 16m plus 48 equals to 0. So here we have a quadratic equation. Now, to be able to write this equation, the factored form of this equation, we know that minus 12 multiplied by minus 4 will give us positive 48. And that will be the two factors of 48 that when added together will give us minus 16. So this will be m squared minus 12m minus 4m, okay, plus 48 equals to 0. So that when we divide m squared by m, we have m squared divided by m, open parentheses, that will be 1m. Then negative 12m divided by m, that will be minus 12, okay? Now, negative 4 is common in this case, so this will be m minus 12 equals to 0. That is because 48 divided by minus 4, that will be minus 12. Negative 4m divided by minus 4, that will be 1m. So that this will be m minus 4, okay, when we write the factors, m minus 4 multiplied by m minus 12 equals to 0. So we have zero product identity in this case. So, and from here, we can just set each of these equals to 0. So for the first one, we have m minus 4 equals to 0, and then m minus 12 equals to 0. So that m will be equals to 4, or m will be equals to 12. All right, now let's recall. We have from here that m is equals to what? 8 raised to the power of x. So we can say that, recall, we know that m equals to 8 raised to the power of x. So which means when m is equals to 4, so we're going to have 4 equals to 8 raised to the power of x. Now, in this case, we're going to take logarithm to base 8 of both sides. Okay, taking logarithms to base 8 of both sides. So in this case, we're going to have log 4 to base 8 equals to log 8 exponent x to base 8. Okay, then we again apply one of the properties of logarithms in this case. Now, this will be logarithm to base 8 of 4 equals to x log 8 to base 8. When we use the property, when we have the nth power of p to base a will be equals to the product of n and logarithm to base a of p. That's one of the properties of logarithms. So in this case, this will now be log 4 to base 8 equals to x. That is because when we have the argument of a log and the base to be equal, then that will be equals to 1. So that's why log 8 to base 8 is what? 1. So we have the first solution to be log 4 to base 8. Let's note this. Okay, now for the second solution, when m equals to 12. Okay, now when m is equals to 12, okay, we can say 8 exponent x is equals to 12. Then we again take logarithm to base 8 of both sides. Logarithm to base 8 of both sides. So this will be logarithm to base 8 of 8 exponent x and logarithm to base 8 of 12. Then I'll again transpose this using the property this, and that will be x log 8 to base 8 equals to log 12 to base 8. This will be 1. using the property this. So x2 will be equals to logarithm to base 8 of 12. So this is x2. Now, the question reads the sum of all the solutions. So the sum of all the solutions, okay, will now be when we had x1 and x2. So for x1, we got logarithm to base 8 of 4. So this will be logarithm to base 8 of 4 plus the second value of x, which is logarithm to base 8 of 12. Now, we can again apply the property. So let me bring this here. We have logarithm to base 8 of 4 plus logarithm to base 8 of 12. Now, this will be equals to logarithm to base 8 of 4 times 12. That is because one of the properties of logarithms is that the sum of the logarithms of two separate quantities, okay, will be equals to the logarithm of the product of the two quantities. All right. So in this case, so this becomes log 48 to base 8. Okay, and we also know that 48 is what? 8 times 6. So this will be written as log 8 times 6 to base 8. And we can again write this as the sum of the logarithms of 8 and 6 to base 8. This will be log 8 to base 8 plus log 6 to base 8. This will be 1 according to this property. Then plus logarithm to base 8 of 6, okay, which is the sum. We can say, therefore, the sum of all solutions will be, which is x1 plus x2, is 1 plus logarithm to base 8 of 6. And this is the answer to the question. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.